Lamb, ram, and dog. We can have them all. I'm hungry. Ready! My granny's special and I know you can see. She must fuss at you, but she'll make sure you eat. Oh, I know you never want to leave, but don't you dare ask for the recipe.
I want some chicken.
Ooh.
I want some turkey. I want some ham.
Yeah.
Maybe some lamb.
Tastes so good.
I want some chicken.
Ooh.
Maybe some turkey.
Yeah.
How about ham?
Please.
Not that holiday.
No.
I got green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
Lamb, ram, and dog.
Shirley said we can have them all.
We can have them all.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, and dog.
I'm hungry.
Like Miss Shirley said we can have them all.
Ready? We got a pound cake, got the apple pie, we got the pecan pie, we got the $1 million pie, got the sweet potato pie, got the pumpkin pie, got all the sweets that you can try. We got that greens, that turkey, that chicken, that cruise too. We got that stuffing, that green bean, mac and cheese, and cornbread too.
I got green beans,
wait,
tomatoes,
I wasn't done. What do you mean my time is almost up? But all the food, what about the ham? Come on, y'all! I thought this was so jam!
I got green beans,
Ready!
lamb, and dog.
Ready!
Just like Miss Shirley said we can have them all.
I'm so stoned. I can't do it. Ready!
Everybody's pooping except for you.
I freaking hate vaginas. Vaginas really suck. Anuses are the only things that I like to fuck.
Or eat wet food from a can. I don't shower with my tongue or brush your legs with my glands. I am not a kitten. In fact, I am a man. I am not a kitten. In fact, I rarely am. I rarely am a kitten.
Yeah, creep off. Nick Bait tributes.
Luxury Beats.
Yo, my name is Nick. My mind is sick, and unfortunately, I have a tiny dick. My wife named Anna is kind of a prick, but her ass I'll lick, and I'm gonna stick my penis in her anus. 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 And my penis in her anus. in the hood. We're gonna make it last. Gonna stick my cock up in her ass. It's gonna feel real good. Penis in her anus. Penis in her anus. Yeah, my penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. Yeah, my penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. My penis in her anus, in her anus, in her anus. My penis in her anus.
Now, I'm counting you in with the well-known counting themes. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh no, we'll come after 2. 5.
Edie, I mean, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Edie, I mean.
Look at the history and packed with men. What rising to the top and getting chopped again. No one fathoming the secret of the whole damn thing. You gotta give the population something to sing.
Edie, I mean, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Edie, I mean.
Take Hitler, Stalin, Attila the Nun. No one got a good word for a single one. Where these first-class geniuses all going wrong? They never got the population singing along.
Edie, I mean, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Edie, I mean.
Listen, with the world-famous Kampala Glee Club mind keeping in the damn background, what the hell going on here? It looking like some kind of musical coup to me. That better. 3 people more than enough for a quartet anyhow.
Edie, I mean, most amazing man there's ever been. He the general, the president, the king of the scene. Edie, I mean.
A modern leader got to twist and shout. Gotta tell the people, let it all hang out. If you don't want to vanish with a boot up the bomb, you gotta give the population something to hum.
Edie,
You're still crowding the star.
He the general, the president, he king of the scene. Edie, I mean.
That a pretty good voice you got there. That voice possibly taking you right to the top of the charts. Yes, sir, ma'am, every chance you get into the #1 spot on the Uganda hit parade with a voice like that. You could be the next Engelbert Bassett. You could be the new Zulu. Pity the world only needing one new star, really. Edie, I mean, the most amazing man that the world has seen. Now the general, the president, the king of the scene. Edie, I mean, oh, this girl singing a piece of cake. Let's go now, Edie, I mean. Whoa, Edie, I mean. Listen to the falsetto going there. Not often a black man get that far up, you know. Edie, I mean. Don't forget the name there, folks. Edie, I mean. How I love the sound of it. Edie, I mean. Ooh, Edie, I mean. Who wrote the lyrics of this? Is poetry. Edie, I mean. Take it away. Don't bring it back. Edie, I mean. Oh, Edie, I mean. What is it about this name I like? I don't know. Edie, I mean. Oh, yeah, Edie, I mean. I'm the general, the president. What do you mean the recording time is booked out? That's rubbish. No, I put this and I own it, please.
Hot Karl.
Edie, I mean. Oh, Edie, I mean. Keep on going and on. Edie, I mean.
Everybody can hear us now.
Hey, Vinny, what's up, buddy?
Just going to get this live stream started here.
Cool.
We got a lot of people.
I know all about live streaming now.
And the FBI also knows all about your live streaming now.
Jesus Christ.
And somebody just asked, is Vinnie pasta drunk? The answer is yes, I am. Are you ready for a show, Carl?
I am ready, buddy.
All right. Well, then, to Oz.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Hola, Creepos! Welcome to another fantastic edition of everyone's favorite podcast, the show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. It's the Creep Off. I am your host.
From the tower of power, too sweet to be sour, I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place.
The people's champion.
Vinnie Paulino, that's me, baby. And my co-host...
He's a piece of garbage.
There he is. It's hot Carla.
What is happening, Vinny? Long time no see, my friend.
Dude, I have to say, I thought I'd be sick of you. But when I saw you today...
We just did a 3-hour Who Are These Podcasts on Saturday.
When I saw you come around the corner to come down to the studio and you were on time and early...
You nearly assaulted me because you thought I was an intruder.
Yeah, because I would never expected you to be that early.
Yes.
I was like about to do an Elvis judo move on Carl.
He really was posed like that.
Yeah, I was like posed like Fat Elvis, ready to just grab his arm and flip him. Because I didn't know who was in the building.
You were like a big version of Fat Elvis.
A big version of Fat Elvis.
Yeah.
Hey. Now, folks, we got a good episode for you today. We put out a poll, and it was very simple. It was principal, it was accountant, and it was creepiest social worker. And those are all boring jobs.
Sure.
And I got to think that there's got to be creepos hiding in such boring places.
That accountant is a pretty boring job. The other two do involve children.
Yeah.
Which can get creepy from time to time, as we've learned on this show.
Yeah, there is no place your kids will be safe, is what we've learned.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
I've been doing this show for a little over a year, and what I've learned is I'm really glad I never had children.
Let me tell you something. Your kids right now are in peril, and you have no idea. They might be at school. There's got to be 5, 6, 7 fucking pedos in the school at least.
That's why people listen to the show.
Every single one.
Peace of mind is what you get from this show. All right, Vinny, before we get into that, though, we got to talk about last week. We had a guest on.
Oh, we don't want to tell them what we picked?
We had
It was social worker, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
We're doing social worker was what people voted for.
It is.
But before we get into that, we got to talk about the voting from last week because there were 3 of us on the show, which always throws a monkey wrench in the voting. So where did we net out on that?
Now, here's what I adore. I just hit reset. You love it when we have the third person in the studio because sometimes, when you're behind, they'll cut into the lead of the other person and you could squeak out a victory that way.
Okay.
Well, not for you this week,
no,
dickhead.
Not going to happen. Please. So Vinny's got 38% of the vote compared to my 34% of the vote.
And McBride with 28%. Very respectable.
29%. Yeah, I mean, it was a close race. Tom Cruise was a good pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Creepiest Syracusean.
I honestly think he did way better than he deserved to with that.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
So good job. Good on you, McBride.
People do love a third party, though. They like a third party candidate.
Now, listen, Brian's a very funny guy. He's going to be on Creeps and Roses season 2.
Okay.
He's definitely be on it, but I have not been able to get a hold of PJ. He's ghosting me, dude.
Weird.
He disappeared.
He lives for Creeps and Roses.
I know. One of the last conversations I had was, "You made me hate The Bachelor," was one of the last things he said to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get PJ back. If anybody knows him.
If anybody knows about PJ's whereabouts, we're just concerned over here.
Yeah. I want to make sure the little fellow's all right. I imagine he's a little guy.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine just like a little tiny
I guess
dude.
everyone's a little guy compared to you. I guess that makes sense.
Solid point.
Yep. All right.
Fat Elvis, but fatter.
Yep.
That's me.
This is all adding up now.
All right, kids. We're going to do Creepiest Social Worker today. I'm very excited that I now have a 3-0 lead in this round. You get to live my pain that I was dealing with last round. I am thrilled about it.
Can we pump the brakes on this victory for Vinny this round? I mean, I just got my consequence done. I just watched a marathon of Cuties, 5 hours of Cuties, and I learned
Could have done it 2 months ago.
I learned at the very end that you can watch Netflix movies at 1.5x or 2x speed. I find that out at the end of watching Cuties for a third time in a row.
I said this on WATP. The guy who told you this,
yes,
sent me a private message on Twitter after to say, "Hey, Vinny, I just want to let you know, at the end of the stream, I told Karl, did you know you could watch things on 2x speed?" And he was not happy.
I was not happy about that.
I stood up where I was at a barbecue, and I stood up and just started clapping and just laughing. I was so happy. So fans, God bless all of you. You're the best.
God damn it. Can we put that back on the wheel and I'll just start watching things at 10x speed?
No. Now we're never doing that again.
How about this? How about you have to live stream me watching The Godfather?
You know what? Fuck you, Karl.
Can it be like a movie that's good?
Fuck that. We're doing it. You have to watch Cuties on half speed. 3 times at half
Slow
speed,
motion
motherfucker.
Cuties. God.
That's it. That's going back on the wheel.
That movie is brutal.
Cuties in slow motion.
Thanks for those who hung with me. Hunged?
Yeah.
Thanks for those who hung with me while I did watch that. You got me through it, and I appreciate it.
You know, Karl, I hate to say this. I really, we joke about our fans like we would never want to have a meal with them or anything like that.
Joke. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, we have really good fans.
They're very good people.
They're very cool.
And actually, did we not confirm that you will be part of the WATP live show August 28th in Lombard, Illinois, outside of Chicago, the Chicagoland area?
Come see live Creep Off that night. Same theater.
Oh, yeah?
I'm just going to do the Creep Off.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to hijack WATP.
We can work out a Creep Off segment on the show for sure.
Oh, good.
So,
come see the Creep Off live.
There is a meet and greet. There are VIP tickets that you can purchase at WATPlive.com.
Yep.
And Vinny will be there. I will be there. Croge, Andy.
Now, can we work this like a wrestling tent where like people have to buy autographs from each of us or buy pictures with all of us?
Oh, yeah. I expected to have my 8x10 sitting in front of me for sure.
Right. Well, I'm saying like if I could have my own table.
Yep. We'll each have our own table.
Very good.
Don't make eye contact with us.
Absolutely.
Just give us the $15. Take your signed.
15?
You charge whatever you want there, man.
You've never headlined at Edge Night at Helium in Buffalo. $15.
All right. We're not going to do that. I promise you. There will not be any 8x10s. Although that would be humiliating and hilarious if we had video of that. All of us sitting there with nobody coming up to us.
There's going to, instead of Lonely Virgil, it's going to be lonelyvinny.com.
Yes.
I need to see those photoshops, please. Lonely Vinny.
Lonely Vinny photoshops.
Oh, thank you. So it is the Creep Off. It's episode 64. It is Creepiest Social Worker. Are you ready to do a contest, Karl?
Yep, you're up first. Let's do it.
Okay, so you said this out of the gate. You said, 2 of the categories we had this week, options were pretty clearly involving children, and that leaves the door open to pedophile pretty fucking wide.
It does.
And your boy Vinny couldn't do it.
Good.
I did not want to go down that path because people get so
pedophile
upset.
talk.
Too much of it.
Yep.
We don't like pedophiles. In fact, you know what we think of pedophiles, Karl?
Yeah.
I denounce it.
That's right. I denounce it.
You got a new drop.
No, we've had that for a while.
Okay.
We denounce pedophilia.
Yeah.
So
the Creep Off is anti-pedophile.
No shit, Sherlock! No shit!
I'd love to see the podcast that comes out on the other side of that.
This is stupid.
So I'm just saying, I didn't go down that road. I didn't even go rapist or murderer. What do you think of that, Karl? I didn't even go rapist or murderer.
I'm not enjoying this whole tease session that we're doing right now. Get to the fucking story. What's going on?
I like to tease. I get to go first because I'm winning 3-0. So shut your fucking mouth.
My person's first name doesn't start with a G. What do you think about that, Vinny?
Oh my God, your teeth are so punchable.
You're so boring. Can you punch them into alignment, please?
Okay, fine. I would love to. I think my person today is creepy.
It'd be a consequence. Fix your teeth with a fist.
Going on the wheel. Where is it? I got it right here.
All right, put it on.
Where's my fucking Sharpie?
Oh,
I'm writing it in Sharpie so he can't erase it. Because we're going to rearrange them a bunch. Uppers and lowers. So I think this person is creepy because they are in a position that requires empathy towards your fellow humans.
For sure.
My creep my creep not only shows no empathy, that's right.
Ooh, it's a lady.
She has only served her own self-interest to the detriment of the people she was supposed to help. Now, in 2017, my creep, her name is Candace Talley, is 27 years old. She's newly out of college, and she's a recent hire at the county's Office of Children and Youth Services.
Oh, it's a high-paying position right there. Good for her.
Well,
Making
right out
the big bucks.
right out of college. So
that's got to pay a good $22,000 a year.
let me tell you something. You got to supplement the income.
Right.
And that's what my girl Candace does here.
Yes.
Tally uses her power as a foster care case manager to exploit a mother whose children were in the system, Carl. The mother, who's not named for a very good reason, was assigned to Tally as her manager. When Candace looked at her past criminal record, she decided to offer her a business proposal, Carl.
Okay, good.
She said, I think you and I can make some money together. And when she took this job with Children and Family Services, she didn't put on her application for the job her side moonlighting position, which is runner for a prostitution ring.
Yes.
She didn't put that on her application, shockingly. And basically, she said, here's the deal. I will allow you to make up to $1,000 a day.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get favorable reports from me. I am going to put favorable placement for your children. I'm not going to put your kids in the system who at this house where they're all covered in lice and bruises, because we still don't care about any of these kids any fucking way. We'll put them in a nice house, maybe in the suburbs. And I also promise that all of your piss tests are going to come back nice and clean.
Right.
And all you have to do...
Come get on the train.
She turned out the mothers of kids that were in the foster system, Carl.
Yes.
Authorities say that Tally enlisted multiple women to work as prostitutes, drove them to and from their jobs, and took a 25% portion of their money.
That's reasonable. That's pretty reasonable. With transportation, too?
Yeah, man.
What other benefits were they getting? Any time off, paid leave, anything like that?
I don't know, but
Dental?
I got to tell you, for Candace,
Pimpin' ain't easy.
she was working hard.
Yeah.
And basically, she was working for another ring of pimps and madams.
She wasn't the mastermind behind it.
No, she was just
a soldier.
They were just like, hey, you got a job working for the county? Well, we'll pay you some extra. You'll get a piece off of each one of these girls. And all you have to do is just find the attractive ones that are fucked up enough that'll go for it. And she just got the job. This isn't someone who'd worked there and became disillusioned with the system and
Right.
tried to take advantage of it.
Right.
This girl's fresh out of fucking college.
You started this out by saying how selfish she was, but she's giving this woman a job, an income, and allowing her to continue to do what she loves, which is drugs.
She's
and abusing her children.
Exploiting the fuck out of these women.
Yeah, well, you look at it one way, I look at the other.
So she started in 2017, and then in January of 2020, she was arrested because this whole prostitution ring got busted. They all fucking went in. And then one of her clients rolled over on her. Now, this is what pisses me the fuck off about this story, Carl.
Oh, okay.
And what makes this just...
What makes you
so
enraged
shitty.
there, Vinny?
She did this to a lot of people.
Okay.
But she pled guilty because, the great state of decided that they wanted to hide this whole thing and keep it all nice and quiet under the guise of we don't want the victims to be brought out because, God forbid their names go out into the public and they're shamed for their actions.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to sweep this under the rug. You're going to plead guilty. And you know what you're going to get for all of this? For human trafficking, promotion of prostitution.
Human trafficking sounds worse than it actually is. She was literally driving them to their jobs.
You are going to get 2 years of probation.
All right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Can I tell you something funny
Instead
about
of
this?
helping these parents get their kids back and leave decent lives, she's fucking do all the drugs you want, just come and suck some dick.
Can I tell you something funny about this? So when I was doing my research this morning, now you sent me that you were doing this person, but I forgot who you sent me. I read this story. I looked all the way through it. And when I saw that it was 2 months of probation, I was like, oh, this obviously isn't creepy enough.
I think this is I think this is horrible. Dude, she got the probation just because they were trying to sweep it under the rug.
No, I understand. No, you've done a good job of presenting this. I also like that you're telling us the conversations they had. I like when you reenact things. So this woman goes up to the mother. She's like, hey, come here for a second. Got a question for you.
You doing my gimmick?
You good at sucking dick? Or so then the other woman's like, yeah, I ain't bad. And then, yes, I was doing
You know how she found clients? She would walk up to guys and be like, hey, you a boner guy?
Works every time.
Works every time. So this Bob was probably on a lot of
prescription jugs.
And
are you a boner guy?
She just fucking totally exploited these mothers, and she only got probation. This is just a fucking piece of shit.
All right.
That's my creep this week.
Very good. Good job.
Thanks.
Vinny.
I kept it quick.
You presented
and you still
that well.
gave me shit.
There wasn't a lot of information on it, so I was impressed that you were able to stretch it out as long as you did, to be honest with you.
All right.
I bring to you a gentleman from New York State, Broome County, in the Binghamton area of New York State.
Ugh.
I know. It's not a nice place.
I was in the Binghamton Comedy Festival once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Were you sweeping up the floors, or were you getting beverages? What were you doing there?
I was keeping the stage warm.
All right. So I have a gentleman by the name of Jacob Gorman.
We begin with some breaking news. A Boise social worker has been arrested after a federal pedophile sting in Broome County. Now, according to our media partner, The Leader, Jacob Gorman was arrested after an undercover federal investigation involving an attempt to engage in sexual acts with the child.
Yeah. So, in case you're wondering what this person does for a living.
Now, BOCES has confirmed with 18 News that Gorman is a school social worker and has been working for them since 2017. Now, he's been placed on administrative leave, and according to The Leader, he remains in federal custody in Binghamton.
All right.
Okay, so can I just backtrack on one thing on that, just to help add to your point? For those of you who don't know what BOCES is,
yes,
it stands for Board of Cooperative Educational Services, which basically means your kid's fucked up and can't function in another school, so we're going to put them in this special school where they can fucking do, like, what do they call it? Trade skills, vocational trade skills and shit like that.
Right. In fact, BOCES, if you grow up in New York State, you know the kids who go to BOCES are kind of retarded, and you would like swap out those two words
all the time. In fact, honestly, we should get rid of the R word on the show and just bring back BOCE.
Oh my gosh, because I grew up with that, and then no one says it anymore. Let's bring back BOCE.
Yeah, fucking BOCE.
All
That's what we used to say. Honest to God.
Same here.
I grew up
funny.
with it too.
That's
we
funny.
are some boomer BOCE fucks.
The undercover investigation leading to Gorman's arrest was detailed by the FBI in court documents, which say it began August 11th with a social networking post online. That post was made by an undercover law enforcement officer posing as the parent of a 9-year-old girl. It used language commonly associated with individuals looking to find children for sexual purposes. So this is the part of the story that blows me away. Because this guy Gorman is going on social networks looking for parents who want to sell their kids into sex. So Gorman sees this post that same day that it was posted. He's all over this. And he writes...
Well, you got to jump on the ads quick when they come up if it's something you really want.
And he writes, love the profile info. So, how do I get a chance?
And you're giving me shit for how I reenact things?
The undercover...
I mean, what is that?
It's a little
what the fuck was
creepy.
that?
It's a little creepy.
Yeah,
how do I get a chance?
Are you trying to do Batman?
No, I think I'm doing Bane.
How do I get a chance, Batman? I would like to talk to you about your children.
All right, that's better than I did. I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Suck.
The undercover asked Gorman what he was looking for, and he allegedly replied that he loved the taboo. I love the taboo. Associated with potential
enjoy
sexual
activities that are considered to be taboo.
Gorman and the undercover officer discussed payments ranging up to $400. When the officer, again posing as the girl's parent, asked whether Gorman was serious about his intentions, he answered, I promise you, I am dead serious about it.
Stop doing that.
I am dead serious. That's what you want to say when you're talking about fucking a 9-year-old. I'm dead serious about it. This isn't a laughing matter.
Where's Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Court documents said Gorman and the undercover officer arranged to meet Thursday and that Gorman would engage in sexual contact with the child. Once he arrived at the prearranged location in Broome County, law enforcement officials had his legal rights and read him his legal rights and took him into custody. Now, this is where Gorman fucks up.
Okay.
The second time he fucks up.
Well, I was going to say, it seems like there might have been one already.
Gorman admitted he withdrew $490 from an ATM to use as payment for having sex with a 9-year-old girl.
How much? How much?
$490.
Was it like an ATM fee or something?
I know. I was wondering the same
How
thing.
do you get $490 out of an ATM?
It's usually 20s, but this is what he admitted. As he's being arrested, he admitted he had $490 he took out of an ATM for sexual intercourse with a 9-year-old. And I just got to say, lawyer up, dummy.
Just
you
say
have
I'm going
to
play the ponies.
You have the right to remain silent. What makes this defendant's conduct particularly troubling is the fact that after his arrest, he admitted to having actively pursued sexual liaisons with children on multiple occasions over the past year, fishing for the opportunity to have sex with them for money on various social media applications, the U.S. Attorney's Office said of Gorman in court documents. So this guy is just letting it all out. Not only am I here to fuck a 9-year-old, I've been trying to fuck 9-year-olds for the last year.
Your Honor. Your Honor, I had $490 to pay the...
I turned into Sean Connery. That was terrible.
I like it. Go ahead.
I had $490. I know it's strange that I was able to find an ATM that was able to distinguish...
I fucking am the worst at impressions. That's why I never do them.
I know. I want to just leave you out to dry, though. Keep trying.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I
got all day.
That was able to dispense $10 bills.
All right. You got it down. All right. Very good, then.
I'm going to go kill myself now.
Vote for Karl, by the way. I'm just going to wrap my story here.
Where is... I need a bullet. I need one bullet.
Yeah, seriously. So Maria Jacob, the federal public defender handling Gorman's case, argued in court documents that he spent many years struggling with sobriety that put him on the wrong path. When he was 30, she said, he began using methamphetamine almost daily. Unfortunately, this is his attorney.
Daily? Huh?
Yeah, a daily method for the last 7 years, who's also, by the way, a social worker at a school at BOCES program.
Well, the kids couldn't tell.
Unfortunately, yeah, right. He blended right in. Unfortunately, as a result of his addiction, he started frequenting many social media sites, and that is where he ultimately met the undercover agent. Yeah, no shit. Thanks for defending me. You're a great attorney. We got that already figured out. In a pitch for leniency, she said minimum prison time would be suitable given the collateral consequences of his conviction that Gorman also faces. It has cost him his career and the respect of his family. I'm guessing this guy didn't have a ton of respect in his family. If he's using meth he's using meth every day.
Yeah. He always used to come over and cut grandma's grass. He was just such a fun guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he was always early for Easter.
Chapter House 86 in the YouTube. Yes, that is how you use the term bossy. You nailed it. He used it in a sentence. Vinny is such a bossy.
Vinny was a bossy kid. He can't add to 90.
I can too.
People are figuring this out quick. Good. So the federal prison term was handed down. It totals 124 months, which is followed by a 15-year term of supervised release and sex offender registration. That is my creep. Jacob Gorman, go to the Creep Off Pod. Wait, what is it?
It's thecreepoff.com.
Thecreepoff.com. I don't know our Patreon. I don't know our website. Go to thecreepoff.com. Thecreepoff.com. Vote for Karl this week. And let's not let Vinny run away with this one, people.
I don't run anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
But once I pick up steam, I'm like a boulder going downhill, Karl. Downhill like my Bane imitation, right down.
Yes.
So, folks, that is the contest this week. Like Karl said, don't forget to vote. Now, let's take a second and plug something that's coming up Thursday night, Karl.
Yes.
I want a scum stream with Karl and
all you
Vinnie.
patrons.
I need a scum
6 o'clock
stream with
Eastern
Creepiest
Thursday
tonight.
night.
I want a scum stream with Karl.
We're gonna have a party.
Gotta have some pedals and people who just ain't right.
That's right. All of you who are members of
I need a
Patreon,
scum stream.
you're gonna get a brand new scum stream. Carl gets so annoyed.
This song is so long.
Yeah, you did it.
I know.
You made the whole thing.
I know. I produced that. Yeah, we're going to have Crows joining us on the Scum stream.
That is correct. So we will be live on YouTube for you Patreonies to be able to watch. And we'll also release it as an audio episode in the Patreon bonus.
Get it right on your
stream.
feed there, right on your phone.
Yes, folks. So if you haven't signed up yet, please do it. Patreon.com/thecreepoff. Cool.
All right. We got voicemails to get to?
We do.
We have a sponsor?
Why do you always ask me that?
I know, because you forgot a couple times, so now I always
got it.
All right.
I got it. Our sponsor, the City of Syracuse.
The Creep Off voicemail segment is brought to you by the City of Syracuse, home of the 8th biggest mall in the United States. Wow, was that a mistake? See you in Syracuse.
Dude, it's the 8th largest mall now? It used to be number 1.
Right.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of people are like, well, fucking Syracuse could do it.
Yeah.
At least 7 other cities decided to get a little uppity and knock them out of the top spot.
Poor Syracuse.
Yeah, poor Syracuse. Fuck that mall. Here we go, folks. This one was some thoughts on our Wheel of Consequences.
All right, you fuckers. So this is how it should be. If you guys don't do your fucking consequences within a certain amount of time, you gotta spin the wheel again. I feel like that should be a pretty simple little catch-all rule. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know what to say on this one. Fucking go fuck yourselves anyway.
All right, with the F words, sir. With the mouth on you.
I think that was directed at me, Vinny.
I know, but
I'll be better. I apologize. That took me way too long to get to. I just was dreading that, and I just could never find time. And finally we did it. I think it's still up there on YouTube, right? The stream of me watching Cuties.
It certainly is.
On the Creep Off.
It is. I believe it is the People's Exhibit A.
Yeah, no shit.
Is what it's called.
Can we take that down, please?
Here we go.
There's a lot of people asking me to show my hands during that.
Yeah, let's see your hands.
Yeah, it was a lot of like,
Ew! Put them down.
Oh, stop it.
Gross. Am I supposed to smell them from here? I'm in the other room.
That was my nuts. That wasn't my hands.
All right, fair enough.
Stop it.
All right, another. Carl, could you do me a favor, pal?
Yeah.
With these phone messages you leave, could you do me a favor and just be a little less drunk when you leave them?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Vinny, it's me, Carl. What are we even talking about here? You can tell it's me, because I sound like a smile-talking 47 chromosome having White Claw guzzling fuck. I just want to clear the air and say, I got nothing against the Polish or the Germans. I fucking hate the French. Fuck those baguette-munching, frog-faced retards and their stupid fucking language. Vinny Winnie, people's champ. All right, I gotta go. My man is coming over to the house, and he wants me to suck his dick. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow, Carl.
I get fired up when I call into this show.
Yeah, man.
Not
Whenever
normally
Carl's
like
got some dick to suck, he gets worked up.
I'm not normally like that, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, man. You must have been really cum hungry. Now, this person is, I believe, an elected official.
Hey, this is the president of the Maggie Gyllenhaal fan club, and I just want to say, fuck you. Maggie Gyllenhaal is a goddamn gift from God. Have you never seen Secretary?
Yes.
Fuck you, Vinny. Fuck you, guy from Syracuse. She's a fucking gift.
Okay.
I know that she was in a movie once that was really hot if you're into like Cinemax or Skinemax. But it doesn't make her attractive.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't in like a movie as hot as Cuties, right, Carl?
God, Cuties is fucking terrible.
So,
I have a voicemail here, Vinny.
Please.
This person has some nice things to say to you, actually. Some kind words here.
Hey, this is for the Creep Off. My name is Vance. I weigh 700 pounds, and I rolled over and killed 9 of my cats. I haven't been out of my bedroom in 5 years. And I just want to say, Vinny, you are a true inspiration to me. That someone bigger, fatter, and lousier than me can make a halfway decent podcast. Anyway, go Carl. I'm a Cuzaroo. Thank you, Vinny, for showing us fat slobs that need forklifts to remove from our house that there's something that things could always be worse. Bye.
You're an inspiration, Vinny.
Well, he said the show was halfway decent,
Proud
so
of
I'll
you.
take that.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
I'm glad I could inspire.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Vance, good luck to you, sir.
Yep.
I hope that 10th cat lasts a little longer.
Oof.
All right, next one, Carl. Again, drunk Carl. Here he comes again.
Okay.
Hey, Vin, this is Carl, and you should really check out reelectandrewcuomo.com/WATP. Andrew Cuomo did not kill infinite old people, and he's not a deranged pervert. That's a liberal media myth, and frankly, I support him. Yeah, now make that check. Carl Hamburgers, that's Carl with a K, as in Ku Klux.
God damn it.
All right.
I should have my phone taken away from me when I'm drinking.
This came from somebody late last night who was not happy when he looked at the tally on creepoff.com.
Yo, Carl, there's definitely some fat fuckery going on with the voting.
I agree.
All of a sudden, 3 weeks in a row, this fat sack of shit, wokester biatch, pizza stuffing in his face, Vinny skinny, Vinny spinny, Vinny never winny. Now he's destroying you every week. I'm calling bullshit.
Okay.
Shenanigans.
I don't. I think it's great.
Shenanigans.
And by the way, I'm not a wokester. Go fuck yourself. Fuck me or fight me, bro. All right, Carl. I guess that means it's time for the Scum Parade.
Let's go to the Scum Parade.
Let's do it.
The Scum Parade! These are my peeps! The Scum Parade! It's nothing but creeps! The Scum Parade! On Carl and Vinny Show!
Today, we're going to start off in Myrtle Beach, where a resident is proving how you can be creepy without murdering or raping anyone.
Yes.
Responding to a 3:15 a.m. disturbance call, the Myrtle Beach police spoke with a 27-year-old victim. This woman said that her boyfriend, Fred Funier, I believe is how you say that. He's French, Carl. You got beef with him?
I forgot. I was like, what is that a reference to? Like, oh, that's right. Okay. We just covered that.
A second ago.
Yeah.
So this 27-year-old girl is dating Fred Funier, who is 61. They got drunk. He happened to get drunk earlier in the evening.
Yeah.
And after returning to their residence, he started an argument with her, quote, about favors that needed to be done, end quote.
You know what's crazy, Vinny? I have the audio from this.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. This is the actual audio of the argument he had with his girlfriend.
I deserve to be blown first before the fucking jacuzzi. I'll burn the goddamn house down. But blow me first. How dare you?
He did deserve some favors.
No,
you know?
this guy is no Mel Gibson. We're gonna start with this.
Well, I mean, he did also say this to her.
You can say it, but it doesn't make you a Mel Gibson. And here's why I'm going to say this man is no Mel Gibson.
Okay.
After Funier called her a bunch of profanities, the woman said he grabbed, quote, a bucket he uses to relieve himself with and threw it at her.
So no explanation as to why he has a bucket that he relieves
The
himself
police
in.
report even says that. We
Yes.
do not know why he has a piss bucket.
There's no explanation of this. Is this something that in Myrtle Beach that people just do? They just piss in a bucket?
I don't know. An officer on the scene reported spotting liquid on the floor, and the victim, quote, did have urine-soaked clothing. Upon being woken up by a cop, Funier, who smelled of alcohol, denied throwing anything at the victim. Funier was arrested on a misdemeanor domestic violence charge, and the victim told police they have dated for 4 years and began living together about 5 months ago.
How's that working out?
Well, here's the fun, nice thing, Carl. An online wedding planner indicates that the pair is engaged, and Funier had proposed to her at a Walmart. So
it's probably their special place.
I've been to the Walmart in Myrtle Beach. Oh, it's a shithole.
You know, shocking. You know what else he said when the police woke him up? He said this.
I should have fucking woken you up and said, blow me. You would have liked that better, yeah?
The cops. Thank God none of the cops are Jewish, right, Carl? That was Mel Gibson. He yelled at the Jewish cop lady.
I get it. I was pretending that wasn't Mel Gibson. It was my angle on it, but you kind of okay. That was Mel Gibson. In case anyone doesn't know, I was pretending it was the guy from the story from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Remember when I said I have the actual audio? You know, can you fucking yes and me for a half a fucking second, Chan Zubak? Fucking yes and my routine here
and punt. What's this over here? Did someone leave a credit card laying around?
Oh, I'll see.
Mankato, Minnesota. Responding to multiple 911 calls about a naked woman, quote, walking around and jumping in and out of vehicles at a car dealership. Police dispatchers were initially told that a naked woman was sitting alone inside a Pontiac SUV and that she, quote, looked happy and did not appear to be hurt, but appeared to be possibly under the influence, end quote. When police arrived, the Pontiac was found running with its driver's side door open, but the vehicle was empty. Nearby officers spotted a Chevrolet Silverado with its rear driver's side door ajar. They also noticed feet sticking out of the door. Upon approaching the SUV, a patrolman spotted Jennifer Dorwit Weber, 35 years old, who looks like she's 55 years old.
She looks all right.
I don't know, Carl.
She had a rough day.
Lying across the floor of the second row of the vehicle.
Yep.
So she's laid across the floor of the back seat on her back with her feet in the air, digitally penetrating herself over the next hour.
Wow.
Carl. The cops are in a standoff with this woman for an hour.
She did not stop diddling herself the entire time.
And how did the cops not just grab her and drag her out of the car? What is she in there going? Stand back, I squirt.
Yeah, right.
It's piss. I know it's piss.
Vic told me it's piss.
So, holy shit. I got to do a real quick thing here.
It's too bad, Vinny, that we couldn't set this woman up with that guy who threw the piss bucket because he was really horny. Like, if we could have just made a match and a connection in that night, none of this would have happened.
None of it.
Because she was really, really horny, this girl.
So horny, she had to go to the car dealership.
She was horned up.
Yeah.
She was looking to please some guys.
She was not only horned up, she was also really high on meth. We found that out a little bit later.
Right, yeah.
But during this hour-long standoff, right, they are having a conversation with her. They're like, come on, get out the car. I just imagine this is like a Reno 911 sketch.
This is in Minnesota, but sure.
Come on, Cece, get out of the car, eh? Like, they're trying to coax her out of the SUV. Throughout this time, Weber's making nonsensical statements and continued to masturbate.
Yeah.
According to the probable cause statement, when asked her what brought her to the area, Weber replied, to please the boys. Investigators noted that Weber continued to masturbate as she spoke with the officers. Finally, after prolonged negotiation, she exited the SUV, was taken into custody, and transported to a local hospital. Police say they recovered meth and drug paraphernalia. From where, I don't know, she was naked.
Well, her car. She drove her car there.
Okay. Weber was subsequently booked into the county jail for indecent exposure, narcotics possession, DWI, and entering a vehicle without the owner's permission.
And, of course,
masturbate.
All of which are misdemeanors. So, there you go.
Don't say shit for attention. It's not cute.
Just go to the car dealership. You don't have to say it. Just go do it, is what we learned. Now, Carl, we have another creep out there in the world. We're going to go to New Zealand. How does that sound?
Let's do it.
Now, a former shoe store employee is facing legal consequences for his actions on the job that were, quote, arguably worse than stealing or mismanaging merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand One Shoes employee Malachi Wiley stands accused of exploiting his professional position to take covert photos of his customers and coworkers before committing sexual acts with their footwear.
Feet people are the worst.
I can't really think of a lot of people that are worse than feet people.
They're the worst.
Furries? Would you rather hang out with a furry or a foot person?
What if it was both? Got to imagine that exists.
That's probably true. But what
would I rather hang out with?
Yeah, if you had to
like
spend
in what capacity are we talking about? Am I at a furry convention?
No, you're at a bar, you have to have a beer with one of them.
All
the
right,
foot guy or the furry?
The foot guy, because the foot guy's not going to talk to me about feet.
You don't know that.
I assume that. I assume the foot guy's into chicks' feet.
What if he looks at you and he goes, look. He looks at you and he goes,
Are those joke coming? Here comes the club.
Are those about a child's four? What are you?
Maybe that's his thing.
He just looks down and she's like, ooh. If I were you, I would avoid the foot people too.
All right. You know what? I can't win in this argument.
That is true.
You're right.
What was your foot doctor like? Do you have a podiatrist?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I did when I was a baby, when I was a newborn.
Yeah.
I had many operations to fix my my feet because they were clubbed feet.
Where's Gilbert Gottfried laughing?
I don't know. I don't know why that would be funny. What's so funny about that?
I'm getting a water.
What's wrong over there, Vinny? You're falling apart.
Fuck you.
All right.
Do what I want. I forgot my water over here. All right, so this guy's fucking jerking off on people's shoes.
He gets right to it.
Wiley allegedly also photographed or filmed the acts for the purposes of sharing them on what the outlet describes as a network of porn fetish and Facebook pages. The 23-year-old man was arrested on April 23rd and has since been charged with 1 count of theft and 2 counts of offensive behavior for surreptitiously, quote, sniffing, spitting, and ejaculating into the shoes at his workplace.
Now, that ratcheted up pretty quick, didn't it? Sniffing, spitting, ejaculating. Does sniffing need to be in there? Does that even matter? When
To be fair, it is New Zealand. I assume weird rules.
Ejaculating into shoes? I think we're good just with that one right there.
Well, the shoes included a pair of Converse that belonged to a young coworker and a pair of Nike Air Force Ones that belonged to a blonde customer.
Yeah, so it's not even like pumps or something. They're not like sexy shoes.
Yeah.
They're like high tops.
Who's ever seen a fucking pair of fucking Chuck Taylors and fucking got hard?
Right. It's bizarre.
It is very bizarre. So my favorite is when hot girls leave the shoes. He said, this is what he says to the police.
No, this was on the social network, I think he was writing, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
This is what he wrote on the social network. I apologize. As you may imagine from time to
We're
time.
going to get these stories right, Vinny. We take this very seriously around here.
He wrote on this page because he was trying to brag about how great it is to work at a shoe store. He says, as you can imagine from time to time, there are some pretty sexy experiences.
Oh, we're all doing voices now? Is that a New Zealand accent?
As you may imagine, from time to time, there's some pretty sexy experiences. My favourite is when hot girls leave their shoes lying around as they walk across the store to get other shoes.
That's not bad.
Thanks. Wiley's profile wrote on a interest forum frequented by foot fetishists.
He likes it when girls leave their shoes on the floor while looking for other shoes.
And then he went on to further say, I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want to lose my job, but I am open to ideas. Whatever the fuck that means.
Doesn't it seem like this guy has a shoe fetish and not a foot fetish? He's supposed to jerk off at sneakers all day.
Well, Wiley allegedly began posting photos taken at #1 shoe stores on the forum in December 2020. News Hub reports that he's been committing similar crimes since his days as a student at St. Patrick's College in the suburb of Silverstream. In 2014, evidence suggests he created a Facebook page dedicated to aggregating pictures of his female acquaintances' shoes. I asked if they'd be willing to help for an art portfolio. I'll do it at school. And then the art portfolio uses photos of their shoes to express the influence of brands on consumer behavior. Turns out it's just my shoe wanking book. His profile wrote on the forum, Wiley was alleged able to obtain photos of hundreds of pairs of shoes this way, many of which he posted along with the owner's names, pictures, and contact information. Now, this is interesting to me. Like, if you're a shoe guy and that's what really gets you off,
yeah,
it's way easier than being like a tits guy.
I was thinking the same thing, or like even like an underpants guy.
Right.
Like getting underpants seems creepy. You might, if you want a bra or something, you seem like a creep.
He's hanging out at a college with a bunch of idiot girls,
Yeah.
and he's just like, hey, let me take pictures of your shoes. I'm doing this thing about brand influences.
Hey, Kelly, I saw you're going for a jog later this afternoon. What do you do with your shoes after that? Could really...
I'll spit shine them for you.
Yeah. I really want to fucking lick the soles of them.
And by the way, that Facebook page of his has nearly 1,000 followers.
Yes.
The ruse came to light when a German...
AKA creeps. 1,000 creeps.
Yes. Yes.
They should be listening to this show.
The ruse
Somebody let them know.
The ruse came to light when a German woman identified only as Ellen noticed that the photos of used clothing and shoes were appearing on foot fetish sites and managed to identify some of the owners and locations.
What was she doing on these foot fetish sites? I never come across foot fetish sites.
Methinks thou protest too much, Ellen. Candid photos Wiley allegedly took and the detailed description he used in the post. I was really conflicted if I should even try to do something about it because I don't know how I would react after being told something like that. She told News Hub on her decision to come forward. So she was being a little tattletale.
Yes.
She found this guy's shit.
Yep.
And tracked down all these people. Wiley, who's currently out on bail, is scheduled to appear on court on May 25th. And Wiley also allegedly claims to have stalked a fit brunette and sexually assaulted a sleeping girl.
Okay, so this is the part of the article where I go, so we're not even trying to report news anymore.
Right, we're talking about the guy's shoe fetish, the salacious part.
Yeah.
But he went and found a sleeping girl.
He assaulted a sleeping girl. Sexually
What if
assaulted.
it was Vic?
Oh, interesting.
What if the fucking New Zealand shoe fetishist was assaulting Vic's feet?
I think with the evidence that we have, it's more than likely Vic. Just based on the evidence that we have. This is insane because they write this story up because it's silly. This guy's jerking off into shoes, posting it online. He's found other people who are into that sort of thing. And then at the very end, they're like, oh, also he's stalking and sexually assaulting people. Like, oh, well, that changes everything right there. I don't care about him losing his job at the shoe place.
Right.
Put him in jail.
Oh, God. I mean, this is such a weird fucking story. But either way, he's in a lot of trouble. Let's talk about the big story of the week, shall we?
Let's do it. We always end with a bang.
This is a big one, man, because, folks, new serial killer! Breaking news.
Yes, breaking news. We have a brand new serial killer.
Yeah, busted in Mexico. A 72-year-old man was arrested this week following the discovery of human remains under the floorboards of his home. He has confessed to killing as many as 30 people over the last 2 decades. Now, John Wayne Gacy had like 33 young boys in the basement of his house, I think. So this is up there with John Wayne Gacy numbers, okay? The suspect, identified only as Andre N., per Mexican privacy laws, was known colloquially as El Chino, translated as the Chinese.
So is he a Chinese guy living in Mexico?
I have no clue.
Just outside of Mexico City?
I mean, if he just went by the name as the Chinese, it was probably racist.
Probably.
Racist nickname.
Who can tell those apart anyway, though?
Right? They get a lot of work done. Better get that off of here. He was arrested inside his home in the municipality of Der Zaragoza on Saturday for the killing of a 34-year-old Reina Gonzalez, who vanished on May 13th. He is believed to have stabbed her and dismembered her body. Kevin Dolek, a 72-year-old man.
They found it on a table.
Yeah, they found her fucking body on a table. Fucking with like a butcher knife in it.
He was like mid-project.
He's
when
like,
they found her.
The police showed up and he's like, oh, company.
Can you come back later? I'm not done with this.
Yeah, dinner's at 8. He's just chopping fucking celery.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, this gets worse.
So he was arrested inside of his house. He is believed to have stabbed or dismembered the body, they said, but police said they found shoes, ID cards, women's handbags, and clothing in the home, along with other belongings linked specifically to Rubicella Galagos and Flor Ninevive Canio, who disappeared in 2016 and 2019. Respectfully, according to the outlet, reports have emerged from various news outlets in Mexico that he told authorities he's eaten some of the remains of the victim and peeled the skin off of Gonzalez's face. Investigators reportedly also discovered scalps and skulls and audio recordings of over a dozen murders.
His audio recordings? What is he going to put out a podcast? Does he need like a professional AV person to get out there and get some video of this? Why is he audio recording this?
Yeah, maybe producer Chris can get down there and make himself useful.
Drink all his wine.
The alleged killer also had weapons, including machetes and a fret saw on the property. After his arrest, Andre reportedly admitted to as many as 30 murders. The gruesome discovery of Gonzalez's hacked-up body on a bloody table came during the search for her in Los Lomos de San Miguel, a neighborhood on the western edge of Mexico City. Investigators jackhammered the floor and took apart a concrete structure of the common access property. The forensic experts sifted through the dirt to find evidence. DNA testing will be needed to determine how many victims had been killed over the years.
All right, question, Vinny.
But there's a lot of stuff down there.
Question, Vinny.
Yeah.
How does this not reek? Mexico City. Do you know how it gets there in the summer? You have decaying bodies
under concrete.
Under a building where he's renting out rooms to multiple tenants and no one's smelling this?
That is correct. Mexico City sounds great.
Sounds terrible. They're like, dude, stop cooking those burritos over there. Fucking stinks.
Yeah, man. So this dude, he's a real fucking psycho, and they caught him.
So, according to this article, this is a big problem they have in Mexico called femicide.
Yes.
The murdering of women. In 2019, 35,000 women were murdered. And I want to know, because they didn't say this in the article, why is it these women can't keep their mouths shut? What is it about Mexican women that they are out of line so often that they're getting murdered at such high rates? Are they not learning the lessons? Are they not reading the news? Are their friends not telling them about this? That's 35,000. It's a lot of nonsense going on from these women. From the article, activists say that femicides have become so pervasive that police no longer do much to prevent, investigate, or prosecute the killings. Oh no, someone was killed! We need to investigate! Oh, it was a woman? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the cops are all like,
I don't care. I don't care.
Is that fucking bizarre? I love people. I have a lot of friends who went to vacation in Mexico. I'm like, that is a scary fucking place. 35,000 women murdered and the cops aren't even investigating this. This guy's got 30 plus people underneath his floorboards
It's
and for
unreal.
decades and nobody knew about it.
what's his name? That dude you brought in had a bunch of them under the floorboards of his apartment for years.
That's true, but remember the stench got so bad that he had to leave there and move somewhere else.
Well, the only reason that guy got busted wasn't because he was flushing parts of people down the toilet.
Correct. They found it in the sewage.
Yeah.
Or like a plumber came in or something. It was like, this is a finger.
We have some real highbrow conversations.
We
Wasn't it
do.
the guy's knuckle they found?
Yeah, something like that.
It's fucked up. So I guess that is the scum parade this week, ladies and gentlemen. Do not kill anybody or rape
Try
or
not to
molest
kill anyone.
anyone this week, please.
Thank you.
Please
Be
and
nice
thank
to
you.
children. Be nice to small children.
Not that nice, but just nice enough to acknowledge that they exist.
As
and that
nice
the
as they
people do.
deserve.
Yeah. Don't like kick them or hurt them or touch them. That's the end of the show. Hey, listen, by the way, remember Scum Stream Thursday night.
Somebody wrote, can we get Vic to go to Mexico City?
Please. Does the Navy go there?
Scum Stream Thursday night.
Yeah, and by the way, folks, we are so close to having 200 patrons. We are like
nice.
only a couple away, so if you haven't yet, help us get over that hump.
That'd
would
be
ya?
awesome.
And you want to?
Become a Karl Cuz-a-roo.
Join the Vietnam True Believers or become a Creepomaniac. Or
Cuz-a-roo.
Ew.
Cuz-a-roo.
Ew.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
So we hope to see you this Thursday night. Until then, act right. And remember, it's nice to be important.
But it's more important to be nice.
Gagia!
This is stupid.
I denounce it.